Today's main headlines. Putrajaya and Sarawak agree to resolve PETRONAS-PETROS matters through negotiation. Sarawak Premier appointed as new PERKIM President, Tun Mahathir appointed Special Advisor. Wakaf asset management and technical training key to Muslim economic revival. Good evening. Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim chaired a high-level meeting with the Sarawak Premier, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg, alongside senior leadership from Petronas and Petros at Perdana Putra in Putrajaya on Friday. In a statement issued by the Prime Minister's office, the meeting was described as cordial and constructive, held in the spirit of federal cooperation. During the discussion, both the Prime Minister and the Sarawak Premier agreed to finalise a set of fundamental principles in the near future as previously agreed upon to facilitate ongoing negotiations between Petronas and Petros. This step is seen as crucial in unlocking the full potential identified through the collaboration between two energy entities and ensuring its effective implementation. The meeting also underscored the importance of accelerating the commercial supply of energy to ASEAN nations. Both parties further affirmed their commitment to resolving all outstanding issues through negotiations and mutual understanding. Meanwhile, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari was officially appointed as the new president of the Malaysian Islamic Welfare Organisation, PERKIM, during the 64th National PERKIM Annual General Meeting in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. His appointment replaces former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who held the position since 2006. At the same meeting, Tun Dr. Mahathir was appointed as a special advisor to PERKIM. In his speech during the special handover ceremony, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari expressed his appreciation for the trust given and pledged to shoulder the responsibility to the best of his ability. He also acknowledged that Tun Dr. Mahathir's previous leadership had brought PERKIM to a proud level and set an example in the struggle for dakwah and welfare.
Meneruskan legasi yang ditinggalkan ini bukan satu tugas yang ringan. Namun dengan sokongan padu daripada semua peringkat, saya yakin kita mampu memperkasarkan lagi peranan PERKIM dalam landscape dakwah moden.
Commenting on the current challenges, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari stressed the need for PERKIM to remain vocal and active in championing the cause of Muslims, especially in global issues such as the conflict in Gaza.
Pada hemat saya, PERKIM harus kekal vokal dan aktif dalam menyatakan pendirian serta membela nasib saudara seagama melalui pendekatan berkesan dan berhemah.
In the local context, he stressed the importance of a more inclusive approach based on love, education, and continuous awareness in efforts to reach out to the community. Wakaf assets have the potential to be a catalyst for the Muslim economy if managed systematically and based on Sharia. The Sarawak Premier said the concept of welfare in Islam needs to be expanded beyond immediate assistance by focusing on the management of Wakaf assets as a source of long-term income that is blessed and sustainable.
Kerana kalau kita lihat masyarakat Islam di negara Malaysia, mereka mempunyai aset, dan aset wakaf ini harus kita uruskan dengan baik mengikut syariat Islam. Dia akan memberi pulangan ekonomi yang besar kepada masyarakat Islam itu sendiri, selain daripada mendapat ganjaran daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala.
In an effort to strengthen these directions, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari will hold discussions with the leadership of PERKIM to devise the best approach to managing assets and welfare of the community holistically. At the same time, he also stressed the need to strengthen technical education among the younger generation of Muslims so that they are better prepared to participate in the new economy.
Dan di Sarawak, kita setakat ini membangunkan banyak sudut pendidikan teknikal untuk anak-anak Islam mendapat kepakaran dan kemahiran dalam ekonomi baru. Jadi saya rasa mungkin saya akan bincang dengan pimpinan kebangsaan supaya kita mempunyai dasar yang jelas dari sudut latihan supaya anak Islam sesuai dengan keperluan ekonomi baru sekarang.
The Sarawak Governor Tun Perin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tuan Dato' Patinggi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi graciously attended a special farewell gathering for 142 Sarawakian pilgrims at a prominent hotel in Kuching on Friday. Their presence was in honor of the departing pilgrims, offering well wishes for a safe journey and prayers that each of them be granted a blessed and accepted Hajj, Haji Mabrur. The pilgrims departed from Kuching International Airport at 11:15 p.m. en route to Kuala Lumpur International Airport and are scheduled to leave for the Holy Land at 4:05 a.m. the following morning aboard an Amal by Malaysia Airlines flight. They are expected to arrive in Medina, Saudi Arabia at 7:50 a.m. local time. For the 1446 Hijrah season, a total of 817 pilgrims from Sarawak are scheduled to perform the pilgrimage, comprising 331 men and 486 women. The flight marks the 34th of 100 special chartered flights arranged to transport 31,600 Malaysian pilgrims to the Holy Land for this year's pilgrimage. The Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy SCORE is not just an economic development initiative, but has also become a symbol of the people's progress and a catalyst for a more prosperous future for Sarawak. Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said SCORE is a manifestation of the success of close cooperation between the Sarawak and federal governments in developing rural areas through an inclusive and people-centered development approach.
Dengan jumlah pelaburan bernilai ringgit Malaysia 125 bilion yang membuka lebih daripada 53,000 peluang pekerjaan untuk anak-anak Sarawak. Pembangunan pesat Taman Perindustrian Samalaju adalah simbol kejayaan SCORE. Bermula daripada Greenfield, kini Taman Perindustrian Samalaju merupakan pusat perindustrian untuk pelbagai industri berat berteknologi tinggi.
He said at the Bhakti Madani Miri 2025 Sarawak Maju Makmur program at the Miri Indoor Stadium on Saturday. His text of speech was delivered by Sarawak's Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Dato' Sri Julaihi Narawi. According to him, the Regional Corridor Development Authority, RECODA, through 3 regional development agencies, the Highland Development Agencies HDA, the Northern Region Development Agencies NRDA, and the Ulu Rajang Development Agencies URDA, has received an allocation of 4.5 billion ringgit to implement 247 infrastructure projects, including the construction of roads, bridges, and basic utilities in the interior.
Melalui perancangan strategik dan pelaksanaan projek pembangunan infrastruktur yang cekap, saya yakin bahawa SCORE akan terus menjadi pemangkin pertumbuhan wilayah Sarawak. Ini adalah sejajar dengan matlamat PCDS 2030.
The pay rates of private doctors should be reconsidered, considering that the last time these were increased was in 1982. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian said the pay rates today do not commensurate with their sacrifices, especially when other jobs have received minimum wage increases several times in the same period.
You know, the private doctors' fees, right, has not increased since 1978, is it? Since 1982. The fees of the see doctors, right, has not increased since 1982. So would you work for a salary in 1982? That's why I told the Minister of Health has promised that he will look into it. You know, because often, right, you go and see a doctor's, right, he say Maha, but the doctor's fees is by law, fixed since 1982. Now they tell me 1982 the minimum wages how much? Now minimum wages how much? Why you don't set in 1982 rate? You know, so why should be the doctors who are spend so many years, sacrifice so much, right? Study so hard, working 24 hours, get paid in 1982 rate?
He said this when speaking at the opening ceremony of the Valiant Medical Clinic in Batukawa on Saturday. Dr. Amar, Professor Dr. Sim, who is also the Sarawak Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, added that the increase in the rate of pay will indirectly attract more doctors with talent to serve the country after completing their studies. In this regard, he stressed that he would continue to discuss with the Ministry of Health Malaysia so that this increase could be considered. And that's the English edition with me, Phillip Yeoh. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We round up tonight's UKAS Bulletin with a showcase of the 64th National PERKIM Annual General Meeting held in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.